What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, coming to you live and large from Site B here on a small island off the coast of Costa Rica, or in Ventura County, California, depending upon which version of my origin you prefer. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's the 17th day of February 2023. It is cold and windy here at Site B, but nothing warms me up more than a picture of a role-playing game that got canceled. So yes, it's time for the tabletop role-playing game news of the week, the bits and bobs that we might have missed, as all our attention was focused on what Wizards of the Coast was going to do next. So, my friends over at the Red Room have gotten canceled again by Drive-Thru. They recently published a role-playing product called Men, a manly RPG for manly men. And they put it on Drive-Thru RPG. And they put it in the adult section of Drive-Thru RPG. And it was clearly labeled as an inappropriate for pretty much anybody role-playing game. It was also clearly labeled as a work of satire. And yet, this product got removed from Drive-Thru temporarily because it was being reviewed, because apparently somebody found this imagery and the stuff that the game addressed problematic, hateful, inappropriate. Now, add to this that the fact that pretty much everything that my friends over at Red Room have put up on Drive-Thru have received the same label, and it has at least been taken down at least more than once, only to be put back, and always seem to make Drive-Thru enough money that they receive silver, bronze, best-selling, stuff like that. I mean, they literally had one that had the cover of a woman's no-no parts, and yeah, that one did fine. But apparently something about this one rang the bell one too many times, and after being taken down for 24 hours, they have been kicked off of Drive-Thru. Now, I don't know if this is the first company to ever be kicked off of Drive-Thru, and I don't know what that means. So let's read what at least Red Room has to say about this. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you any pictures or anything because SteamYard says, again, I have used up all my SteamYard hours, even though it also says that I can start using SteamYard again on the 17th. And it is the 17th. SteamYard still says I've used up all my hours, so I have to wait for my hours to recharge. Now, I could pay for more hours, but I'm sorry, you guys aren't supporting me enough. So if you want to see more SteamYard, you need to start supporting the OGGM Adventures. Okay, here's what my friends at the Red Room say. Is this the end of the Red Room? No, because at least one of them, if not both of them, have other jobs, and they have a huge backlog of product that they've already made. They're, very, 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 very big in the world of YouTubing. They have way more subs than I do. They've interviewed big people. Strange, they've never interviewed me. But they can still put stuff up on Lulu. They can still put stuff up on Big Geek. And they can still self-publish stuff. So it's a kick in the pants, but it's not the end. Especially since Drive-Thru takes so much percentage of the profits. Now, they've considered creating their own store, but, the people who probably hated them on Drive-Thru will still hate them no matter where they go. And what are they going to do? All they can do is put stuff on other retailers and hope their stuff sells. Now, they put the stuff up, Men got, by the end of the first day, got flagged and taken down. All things considering, though, I gotta play devil's advocate and go, well, what did you expect? I mean, you already have a history with Drive-Thru of problematic content. You've already been flagged several times by Drive-Thru for problematic content. There's obviously at least one person out there who has made it their goal to go after you. And if you see some of the posts people have made about them, you know that there are some individuals out there who have nothing better to do with their time than go after you. We all have our windmill. We all have our one person that has dedicated their YouTube life to making ourselves miserable. For Red Room, it seems to be that they've got at least one, if not two, who since day one, since the very first product, that they ever put on drive-thru has gone out of their way to say, this is problematic. This is inappropriate. This is adult content. Now, to play devil's advocate again, what were these people doing on the adult content section of drive-thru? Because drive-thru does have a section that's filled with no stuff. Stuff that our boy Kyle would call inappropriate, hateful, not, whatever. And apparently drive-thru seems to feel it has the moral obligation to monitor our viewing and our choices. But despite the fact that it is clearly under the adult content, and despite the fact that you look at some of the other very bizarre things in the adult content section of drive-thru, this one got flagged. Furry porn, fine. Ultra-violence, fine. Unbelievably weird and bizarre stuff, fine. But this work of satire, no. But yes, again, they have a history of getting flagged. So somebody at drive-thru or somebody out there in the interweb has made it their personal moral job to go after the Red Room. So now Red Room has been banished from drive-thru. What does this mean? I don't know. Can they fight it? Of course they can. This is the United States of America. You can fight anything. Now it's going to be problematic for them because they don't live here in the USA. They live someplace else. They live in a small country called Puerto Rico. I don't know what that is. I'm sure, I don't even think it exists. I mean, there's only America. No. So obviously pursuing any legal actions against drive-thru is going to be difficult for them, but not impossible because they have a huge amount of support here in the good old USA. And what drive-thru has done is, I don't know. Obviously, drive-thru can kick somebody off drive-thru for any reason. And obviously, there are people out there who feel they need to be moral watchdogs. And obviously, the content of men was questionable. And I wish I could show you some of this problematic content. But again, apparently, I've used up my my SteamYard hours. And, subscribing to SteamYard to get a few extra videos out a week doesn't really feel like it's worth it to me. Especially since I have no money. Support the OGGM. Like, share, subscribe. Buy my merch on Big Geek Emporium. Support Red Room. Like, share, and subscribe to their YouTube and their Facebook. And support them and buy their merch on Big Geek Emporium. Will they have a future in gaming? Of course they will. Will they continue to make YouTube videos? Of course they will. Will they continue to have a side hustle of some income coming in from video games and whatever else they're going to do from the future going forward? Of course they will. Will they be able to support themselves strictly on games? No, but then they both have said that they have, other jobs and they do other things and they live in Puerto Rico where, money is different than here's the U.S. So, what you and I might consider a major blow in here in, the USA and money, maybe it might not be that bad. I don't know what the exchange rate and what and taxes in Puerto Rico, I cannot comment on their financial future. I can only wish them the best and hope that they can continue. And if anything, being banned from drive-thru, being canceled from drive-thru, having your entire store removed from drive-thru, being told by the moral watchdogs that is drive-thru and is the individuals who have gone after them that you are no-no, that you are inappropriate, that your content requires adult supervision, that you should not be seen by the morally right viewing population of the role-playing game community that is, of course, as we know, filled with hateful content. Well, this could be a good thing. I mean, now, let's face it, all they have to do is take men, find another retailer brave enough to carry their product, and then put on it in big white letters, banned from drive-thru, adult inappropriate content. And it will sell this could be their biggest seller because it's controversial. It's forbidden. You can't read that. Which, of course, as we know how the human brain works, means that more and more people are going to go, you can't tell me what I can and cannot do. I'm going to read that. Ooh, it's no. It's forbidden. Well, I am going to buy that now. Don't believe me? Think that this won't work? Think that they're dead and done for and they won't make any money off this? Well, friends, all I have to do is remind you of the record industry and how during a large portion of the 80s and 90s, the record industry made it their goal to label products inappropriate for whatever reason, including several rap albums, several heavy metal albums, lots of stuff got labeled inappropriate. Punk, of course. And you know what? NWA, Public Enemy, Wu-Tang, gets labeled inappropriate. Gets labeled, do not sell this. Gets labeled bad. And instead, record of the year, song of the year, Grammy, multi-million dollars, albums go gold, albums go double gold, album goes platinum, album goes double platinum. All you need to receive attention is to be labeled bad. And history will repeat itself. Books, games, movies that are going to be removed from drive-thru or removed from everywhere because they are morally inappropriate are going to just drive attention. And that money is going to be there because the more you tell us as a people we can't look at something or we can't touch something that's inappropriate, the more and more we resist. The more and more our innate assholeness tells us, no, you can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to read. I'm an adult. This is America. My First Amendment rights. Hell, I'm going to buy that and read that. I don't even know who this Red Room people are, but you're telling me this picture of this man and this woman is inappropriate, even though it clearly says on the inside that it is a work of fiction. It is intentionally inappropriate. It is a work of satire. They went out of their way to make the most offensive game they could just because? To see what would happen? Well, then hell yeah, I'm going to buy this. So I think Red Room's going to be okay. I think this is just another spin on the wheel of complete irrelevance, censorship and inappropriateness in a hobby that at the end of the day is all about a game. A stupid, little, unimportant game about a bunch of people sitting around a table having fun, playing elves with sticks, going into the woods to fight bad guys. That's it. That's all it is. It's nothing more. Anybody who says otherwise is just blowing smoke up your proverbial backside. Is no stuff out there? Of course no stuff is out there. This is the real world. But there are far more inappropriate things on drive-thru under the adult section than this. And where it clearly says, do not read this. Now, one of my friends out there in the gaming world made a thing that, should it be banned simply because you feel it's inappropriate? If you don't like it. And he made a reference to pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza is a thing. We know pineapple on pizza is very controversial. We know that there are people who absolutely love pineapple pizza and absolutely hate pineapple on pizza. Should every single solitary pizza restaurant on the planet stop making pineapple pizza because there are people out there who think pineapple pizza is evil? No, of course not. You can just choose not to buy it. The same goes for this. Is men or anything in the drive-thru adult section inappropriate? Well, probably. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in the adult section. But you willingly told drive-thru that you were over the age of 18. You willingly clicked the thing in the drive-thru page that says, yes, I want to see the stuff hidden behind the adult content. You willingly went and looked at all the adult content on the drive-thru adult page. You willingly saw this. And you willingly decided either A, I want to get this because I like pineapple on my pizza, or B, I feel this is completely inappropriate and shouldn't be in the adult section where I am because I don't like pineapple on pizza. That's like going to the porn section at the video store and going, I think porn is bad. Dude, why did you go in the porn section? Dude, what were you doing in the adult section? Who are you to decide this is inappropriate? Who is drive-thru to decide it is appropriate? Who is drive-thru to go, no, I don't want your money? Now, how will this affect drive-thru? Well, it's going to get drive-thru a lot of free press. A lot of people are going to be going, oh, drive-thru. Oh, well, now I want to see what they're doing. It's going to get their adult section a lot of free press. Oh, drive-thru has an adult section? Maybe I should go check that out. It might sell some more product for drive-thru, but in the long run, the money they could have made off of this by milking the fact it's inappropriate, instead of the money they're going to lose by kicking Red Room to the curb and once again getting this reputation of banning people from drive-thru, is it going to be an end sum bonus for them? Are their Q1 numbers going to be good because of this backlash of them just saying, oh, that's inappropriate, that's hateful, we want to, make sure Wizards of the Coast lets us continue to carry their stuff on DM's Guild, so we got to start banning all this inappropriate stuff? And this is way more no-no than, My Little Pony porn that's also in the adult section. So, yeah. Is drive-thru going to have a bad Q1 because of this and all the other controversy that seems to be spiraling down on them? Or are they going to come out shining like a rose and go, look at us, we can only put stuff on drive-thru that's good and appropriate? Mind you, we have an adult section. Mind you, you're over 18. Mind you, you willingly went into the adult section. Mind you, you chose to look at this and chose to tell us you found it inappropriate. So, I guess that just, leaves the question, how will this affect drive-thru going forward? How will this affect the Red Room going forward? Does it really matter at the end of the day? Well, it matters for the, bottom line for their pocketbook. Like, share, and subscribe to the OGGM Adventures. Like, share, and subscribe to Red Room. So if you want to check them out and find more information about what happened to them, there's a link down below. If you want to write a letter to drive-thru and tell them what you think about this, there's a link down below. If you really are concerned about drive-thru and other companies deciding what is or is not appropriate for you to see, well, there are several organizations out there that are going to both be for that and against that. And it's obviously a situation we are going to continue to have to deal with, especially since Granddaddy Wizards of the Coast is standing on their we can decide what is hateful and inappropriate content in the role-playing world hill. Yeah, this is a story that's not going away. But, whether I approve or disapprove, it doesn't matter. I don't want to see Sylvia and Miguel lose their money. I don't want to see Sylvia and Miguel lose their recognition. I don't want to see Sylvia and Miguel lose how important they are to the society. I mean, they inspired me to throw stuff out there. They inspired my merch on Big Geek Emporium, which you should all be buying right now. So I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't seen the Red Room and go, you know what, I can do this. So, yeah, nothing but love and support for these guys. Sure, they made a choice. Sure, they, could have expected to know what happened. But, sure, drive-thru decided that maybe drive-thru should be responsible for your moral and ethical hygiene. But will it backfire? If history repeats itself, it could very well. I don't know. It's definitely a story we're going to have to continue to follow. I've spoken way more about this than I should have. If you appreciate this content, let me know. Please consider supporting the OGGM Adventures in 2023. I can be inappropriate. I mean, yeah, right? We all have our windmill. We all have our one person out there who has made it their lives goal to make us come out as bad guys in the gaming community. We all know who mine is. We all know who Sylvia and Miguel's is. We all know who Vengers is. We all have got that one person. We can allow these individuals to dictate our tabletop role-playing game lives, or we can just stand up against them and turn it to our advantage. Remember my West Coast Grognard t-shirt? If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you don't appreciate this content, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help me reach 1,500 subs by April 1st. Please consider supporting the OGGM Adventures by liking, sharing, subscribing, and buying my merch at Big Geek Emporium. 7 Seven amazing monster-filled issues of Minions on a Mission, one of which is about to be rewritten. The single largest one I've ever done, about to be published. So yeah, support me, because this is my job. Till next time, I'm the OG GM. Be a manly man and subscribe.